Hey guys, welcome to the latest of the learner plates here at Cannington Mazda's Ute Centre. I've got Bobby, General Manager, and Brad, BT-50 Specialist, and myself, I'm just learning like you are. But today we're talking about BT-50s and leisure and pleasure. And Brad, we're looking for, in your opinion, the most underrated 4x4 tracks in Western Australia.
Yeah, it's a funny question on that. A lot of people ask those questions. We're looking at Gib and the Canning stock route. The most common ones that we always recommend people to travel on. It will give you challenges.
Okay. Challenges in the sense of like just tough to navigate?
It's tough to navigate, a lot of corrugations, virtually just as they're traveling. So you've got to set your vehicle up right.
Yeah, cool. Nice. Very good.
Well, when you say set it up, so can just stock standard BT travel those routes or not?
Stock standard, well, most of your vehicles, like your stock standards, are capable of traveling. If you don't know the actual track itself, it's very important to actually talk to people about it.
Cool. Now, as far as BT-50s go, how has the introduction of the BT-50, which is a fabulous machine, how has that kind of changed the way people approach touring when usually you'd lean towards like a Land Cruiser?
What I find with the BT-50s now is that the new design with the big open grills, it's allowing air to come through. The style, the look on the vehicles as well, it's come a long, long way. If you compare it against your Land Cruisers and all that, what you got to realise, a dual cab utility vehicle, you can set it up to a stage where you can put more gear in it, so it gives you more space. Set the suspension up, gives you more comfort, and all those type of things you got to look into.
Cool. Lovely.
From your past and experience with Eureka, have you seen a change in like the type of vehicles coming through that you were teaching people on?
Yeah, in the past, you've got a number of vehicles out there. You've got a lot of Chinese vehicles that's coming through. There's a lot of parts we've got to look at, reliability and comfort. With the new BT-50s that's coming out at 2025s, a fantastic vehicle. Mazda has built these vehicles correctly.
What makes a correct vehicle in the sense of like four-wheel driving in use?
You've got to look at vehicles to set up today, like having the lift. Having the 3-inch lift, 4-inch lift, those days are gone. A standard lift of a 40mm lift, they call it a 2-inch lifts. Come to us and talk to us, setting up the right suspension. A lot of people are fitting suspension where it's so rugged and very uncomfortable. But with our experience here, we are setting the vehicles up correctly. So compare it against other utes, yeah, BT-50s, what I really enjoy.
And with the airbag suspensions, a lot more people seem to be, putting them in their vehicles nowadays. Is that something that's been for a long time or just more recent?
It's been around for a long time, but it's mainly what they're towing with the ball weights and all these. What people think with airbags, it will give the car a lift. It's a secondary, it's another shock absorber effect. It takes a lot of tension off the springs, which will make things last a lot longer.
Yeah, so like doing the Gib River Road, I suppose, is that something you would say is an essential? Or?
No, not necessary. Unless you're towing,
Yeah.
I'll say yes, but you've got to adjust your pressures accordingly to what your corrugations you're driving on. The old story is, go fast on corrugations, best comfortable ride. Those days are gone. It all comes down to tyre pressures. You let your tyre pressures down, you will get, another shock effect through the tyres, give you a more comfortable ride and better traction.
Have you done that drive yet or not?
It's on my plans.
Yeah.
Coming through. So yeah, hopefully next year we've got a big trip organised. So taking the big BT-50 out with my camper trailer, and I'll let you know when I get back.
We'll get the podcast on the road.
Yeah, absolutely. With a couple of GoPros. Where is Gib River?
Gib River is virtually north, heading north type thing, going towards, it takes virtually heading east all the way through.
Yeah, right. So speaking of like traveling, tourists who we love, what mistakes are they making? Because I think they come over and maybe they don't expect our terrain to be what it is.
Our terrain is a lot tougher than over east. A lot of people don't realise they buy a 4-wheel drive and off they go. It comes down to experience. Talk to people. Do a 4-wheel drive training course. It's a lot to do with the vehicle itself. A lot of people don't realise, soon as you hit loose gravel surface, put your car in 4-wheel drive. That way you got good traction front and rear. Let your tyre pressures down. Bigger footprints give you better traction. Learn these little tips and all that, you will have a good journey. And not only that, you're looking after the car.
What do you to prepare a vehicle to go, say for a tourist coming in, they obviously buy their car. Most of the time it's not a bunkie, but a second-hand used car. They're unknowns. What were some of the recommendations you'd give to people when they were traveling? Seiko and Country, you know, obviously we just experienced one on the news with the girl that got lost and stuff, but her car looked pretty kitted out. So
Yeah, they are pretty kitted out. Unfortunately, we do get a lot of people that will come over from other parts of the world. They'll buy a four-wheel drive and off they go. Have no idea of conditions that we have. Personally, would strongly recommend always get the car checked over or serviced before you leave. Always have your emergency equipment. Another device which I swear people should have, no matter where you're travelling. The good old EPIRB, which is emergency location device. If you're in trouble, you're there, they'll find you within 2 metres of where you are. Carrying plenty of water, all these type of things. If you are in trouble, this is what keeps you alive.
What's an EPIRB?
EPIRB is an emergency locating device, which is a very essential thing. It's just what they have on boats.
Yeah.
And that you can get ones for travelling and all that for your car.
Is it more accurate than an air tag?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Good. Well, you've done a fair bit of four-wheel driving.
I have.
Have you ever been scared? Has it been a scary time for you?
Oh, there's been a few scary times where you have people behind us which just about roll cars on, putting wheel placement in the wrong areas. Yeah, my heartbeat's been pumping a few times.
Have you ever gotten stuck in water?
because you see that a lot, to be fair. Like
Yes.
a lot of the TikToks and social media, you know, where they've got their brand new cruiser parked at the beach and it's finished and the waves are coming in.
Oh, look, I'll be honest. Yes, I have.
Cool.
Not that I really want to admit that. You always learn by your mistakes.
All his credibility's gone now.
That's it.
Yeah, that's
This is good
gone.
for education.
But I can tell you there's a lot of people do the same things. You know, first what we recommend when you go through water, don't take it for granted. Walk through it, feel the depth, and you got a good chance of being good and get yourself through.
Somewhat unrelated, when I went to Bali with my partner, so it was like our first international trip together. We went on this an ATV tour through the river. Now I had just won a GoPro, so I had it on my helmet, and I remember I was filming everything, and then I saw she went up in a bank and tipped, and at one point was completely submerged by the ATV, and I remember kind of laughing. But then I was not sure. I went to help pretty quickly, but I wasn't sure, like, because it was recording the entire time. When she wanted to watch the footage, I'm like, is she just going to see herself submerged and me laughing at her and taking a while to get to it?
Did you try and save the GoPro or her first?
Well, fortunately, it was in a waterproof case, which
she
is
was safe.
$70, and I've never used it again. But that was probably the only four-wheel driving experience. I have had four-wheel driving experience then,
Yeah,
in
nice.
an ATV.
There you go.
Speaking of experience, Dan's had one.
Oh, I'll call her in.
Our caller in, he's from Kerry Park, just outside of Bunbury. Would we like to hear the mischief he's gotten
Let's
himself
do it.
into?
There's been some great ones.
Cool. So, this is from Dan. BT-50 Camping Nightmare Story, Perth edition. One of the funniest camping nightmares I've had was out on the Mundaring Power Lines track with a mate in his shiny new BT-50. Thank you for purchasing. He just picked it up from the dealer, still had the paper plates and reckoned it was ready for anything. First bog hole he hits. What's a bog hole?
Well, virtually it's a big hole full of mud.
Yeah, right. Bad times. He goes in like a hero, straight through the middle bow wave, down the bonnet, and of course straight to the floor pan. We're up to our knees in brown soup, trying to hook the winch on while he's stressing about scratching his brand new paint. What a guy. By the time we drag him out, it's getting dark and he's forgotten to pack half his gear. This guy's a liability. No cooker, no tarp, no lights. Dinner was a cold servo pie we'd bought on the way out, and we had to use the BT-50's headlights for camp lights. Shout out to the BT-50's headlights.
Solid.
Halfway through the night, the mozzies moved in thick, so we ended up sitting in the ute with the engine idling just for the aircon. Next morning, Dan's pride and joy, it looks like it had done the Canning stock route, covered in mud, stank like swamp water, and he still had to front up at work Monday and explain why his brand new ute looks 10 years old. Ouch. It's a big roast from the chat at work, I'm sure. The lesson, don't let excitement outrun preparation, and maybe avoid the deepest line on day one with a fresh BT-50. Fair advice?
Oh, that's fair advice. To give you a setup, I've done Mundaring a lot of times. Used to do it every day.
Every day.
Job. Last job I was with,
course,
every day of training. One word of advice for anyone do Mundaring, especially through winter, avoid the water holes as much as you can.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's actually great. We got taken there to do our Mazda training once, and it was definitely an eye opener, because what you expect it to be and what it is two different things. So yeah, I saw even the Mazda trainer get caught in a few sticky situations there where he's not done his prep work, and I think so there was a few damaged BT-50s that year, and Mazda were not happy. So from moving forward, I think they now the dealers take the cars with them. It used to be Mazda would provide the vehicles, and now we take our own for that year, because I think one of the cars was near enough a write off, because one of the sales cadets took it a bit too quick, or I can't think what he did, but it was all the undercarriage and all of the chassis and everything was pretty well done. So
this new cadet is actually down
I think
from
it came
Kerry
from
Park.
that's it. I think it came from head office from Melbourne, and they don't obviously understand what maybe Mundairing's like, or some of the tracks are like here in WA. So it was a good idea from them, but it turned out to be a costly one.
Yeah,
So.
nightmare.
You got to remember, it changes every day.
Yeah,
It's never the same.
Yeah, of course.
it's definitely a wild track up there.
I wouldn't mind getting up to some BT-50 training.
It's great, yeah. We've done it a number of times. I mean, the last time we went, another kind of a funny one, but our marketing team, which is not the current one, I'll be sitting behind the cameras over there. Our previous guy, he just bought a brand new drone, and he was getting the hang of it. And anyway, long story short, after about half an hour, you just see this drone take off and clean out the front window screen of our BT-50, smashed across the bonnet. And let's say that was the end of the BT-50's screen. It was the end of the BT-50 bonnet. But it was a experience up there. But no, we've done it before. It's a great experience. But yeah, that was the last one, the costly one again. But that was his new $2,500 drone was finished. So yeah. He wasn't happy with that. And we've got the footage somewhere. I'll have to find it for you.
Please do. There's nothing more like hectic than some guy that's excited about buying a drone.
Yeah.
Because then he thinks, I can just fly this whenever. And then
it's tight up there as well, with the tree line and everything like that. Yeah. So I just remember it coming past the tree, and you just it was like perfect timing. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you just see it slow motion.
Like a vortex.
Into it. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, amazing. Awesome. Okay. Hypothetical challenge for both of you. We're going to Lancelin. It's nighttime. You haven't got your phones. What are you doing to your four-wheel drive to make sure that you will last? Of course, up in Lancelin, you've got two motorcycles, and you're aiming to spend the day up on the dunes, the night in the dunes, hanging out. What are we doing to the BT?
Have we got a budget? That's the question.
5,000.
Well, I'd go with, I suppose, it's a tough one. I would go basic. I'd probably get a nice 2-inch lift, maybe a Dobinson lift. All-terrain tyres, keep it simple. Obviously, I'd still need Brad to help me out of the sand. It's relevant to that. And apart from that, the rest would be, recreational goods. Basically, I'd see how much I could sneak in there to entertain myself for the night. Maybe take a pitching wedge, sand wedge, terrible out the bunker. So that could be my time if I'm stuck in the sand. Not only getting the ute out the sand, I'll be take a couple of golf balls. But I'll keep it basic. I'd probably I'm not a huge camping fan, so I'd probably just stay in the BT, keep it running.
Yeah.
If it's hot, got the air conditioning there. If it's cold, I'm cranking the heater.
Just jerry cans.
I'll survive 100%. I'm not taking any risks. Comfort in the cab, maybe a pillow. But that would be me set up.
Like making like an apartment out in the dunes.
100%, yeah.
PlayStation.
Exactly right. I don't no swag. I don't need to try and keep warm. The BT's got the dual climate control. We're on.
Perfect.
We're on.
You would have probably a different answer to that.
Well, virtually, if you're going to go to Lancelin and you're going to camp up, talk to your locals. I wouldn't camp in Lancelin on the dunes because you don't know what can come around. People use it 24 hours a day. Find a nice spot along the beach, but also get to know your vehicle, because all this new technology in vehicles today will bog you. So you've got to know your technology.
Will bog you?
It will definitely bog you.
Oh, right.
Yeah, even if you drop your tyre pressures down. It's a great feature that Mazda does have. It's very safety on loose surface, gravel roads, etc. But on the beach, if you don't know them, it will bog you.
Okay.
So the two features, you got traction control, electronic stability control. Come and see us, and I can tell you, we can go through it, and you'll have a good day.
Yeah. Okay.
We're obviously planning to do a lot more customer interaction on the beaches and some of the tracks that you've got going. So what would be like a standard day if you're taking them out to Lancelin? Like, what would be a structured day? Because obviously we plan to do it. So I suppose
a good day out is virtually before we start is to get talk to people, get them to know their cars, get them comfortable, and from that we take them out for a great day out there having fun. A lot of people, huge sand dunes to drive up and have a lot of fun, drive down. At the end of the day, they'll know all about their car, their capabilities, but also the most important part, know what the capabilities of what these utes can do today.
Yeah, because it's definitely interesting. Because when we went out and we done the RAC track with Mazda when they released the new BT-50, and just experiencing it, because you talk about it a lot, and obviously I'm the same as you, Carl. I don't come from any sort of four-wheel drive background from the UK, but seeing what the car can do, and that was on a real small basis. Obviously, you've seen the RAC track, Brad. There's not much there, but still, like just driving through the little dune they've got there, the water, understanding how to get yourself out of different situations, it does empower you to want to go out and take the ute out.
Yeah.
So it's something we're definitely going to be planning with just taking customers out there and giving them an opportunity, because we have a lot of customers buy BTs, they dress them up, and they will not use 90% of the stuff that they have on the car. Yeah. So actually really kind of empowering them, so we can say, right, let's go do it. Next month, Brad's taking 7 people out and show them what they can do in the car, because it's impressive, very impressive vehicle.
Sweet. In a convoy led by you.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, sweet.
Yeah.
Best part is I know where I'm going.
Well, that's good.
You don't.
Yeah, no, I won't. I'll just be in the back, just passenger princess hanging out.
Yeah.
You've got to have a GoPro and have them sitting there.
I have one of
drive.
those.
Yeah, well, get
Yeah,
one on
there
the
you go.
window so
You're
you put one on the window facing the drivers or the passenger, and watch the expression on their faces. It'd be priceless.
Yeah, whack it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
great.
talking about essentials, so what would be your essentials, Callum, for your night on the dunes?
Well, I would be trying to avoid being out in the elements as much as possible. So I would keep the engine
You're
running.
sitting next to me then.
I'm sitting next to you. We're probably sharing one. HDMI port in the BT-50,
Oh, nice.
Miracast. We're playing FIFA 26.
Happy days.
So bit of that, and then oh god, I really don't know. Maybe there's some food and just kind of like things for us to talk about.
Yeah. Nice.
We'll make it work.
We'll make
We'll make it work. Something like that.
bit of punting. We've got $5,000, so
Well, you know, if we spend $100 in the car and
That's true.
4,900 is
yeah,
bet.
get the
you know.
TAB. Yeah,
Exactly.
hopefully have a win.
Oh, I
100%.
can't wait to take you guys out.
Please,
Yeah, no,
absolutely.
it'd be fantastic.
I got a Kenyan
It'll be fun.
32-leg Premier League multi, whatever's
Yeah,
going
that's
on.
right.
I'm just praying for this thing to come through.
Millionaires on the Lancelin dunes, mate.
Yeah.
As of a good episode of Top Gear.
Yeah.
Should've got him right there.
Yeah, that's
Very similar with the Top Gear crew.
that's
I
right.
think I'm the long haired one, James May.
Yeah, I'd definitely be what's his who's the main guy? Clarkson.
Hammond.
Just because pure and utter just speed, just go for it. Just hope for the best and go for it. But then again, he couldn't be Hammond because Hammond crashes all the time, so I might
That's
have to
true.
be Hammond.
We've got 2 Clarksons and a May.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And I'm just keen to be there. Bobby, you're our general manager, so you've been very much across like overseeing the Ute Centre. So Checkpoint, how's it going? What are we working on?
It's going well. It's taken a little bit longer than we probably anticipated, just by being busy, obviously, across the road and just getting the structure and the setup right, the hoists, the people. Obviously, people's important. We want to make sure that we've got the best of the best in terms of fitment, mechanics, obviously the contacts as well to enable us to get the car on the road quicker for customers. And that's essentially what the Ute Centre is going to be. So it's going to be a one-stop shop, not just genuine. It's going to be non-genuine. It's going to be basically us giving you all options to kit out your car. And then obviously having Brad now on board, having his knowledge to be able to then take people and show them what these cars can do, obviously helping them build the cars up, go over and above competing Mazda dealers that we go up against, because no one's going to be able to come here and basically see all of the different accessories you can put on your car, both genuine. We're obviously working with some of Brad's contacts on some non-genuine stuff, so that upstairs we'll have obviously all those options, so people can touch and feel what's going on. And then it's really about getting the car on the road as quick as possible. That's our main goal. So they can come in here, get everything done on their car, and they can get it on the road and start using it and start enjoying the car. Because I think a lot of the time people come in, they buy a car, then they've not planned, they're not organised, and then they have the car off the road while they're getting build-ups done, GVM upgrades, things like that. They don't take into consideration, whereas we want to be the guys that do it all for them, which a lot of other places won't want to do, because there's a lot that goes into it.
Yeah.
So obviously the money's spent building this place, getting the right people on board. It's going to be great once it's there, and it's going to enable us to basically help fleet companies, big businesses, and with our servicing packages that we obviously plan to bring out, and the team we have there, it's an all-round package basically. It's a one-stop shop, and obviously we want to engage and create a bit of a cult, a VIP club, a four-wheel drive club where people actually want to engage with us, come in, help us, small businesses, linking with them, helping them, and obviously, again, going out and having, Brad take people out and enjoy the cars.
And clearly our poster budget is
Oh,
through the
let's
roof.
get in there, I know,
You should
yeah.
see this thing. It's like I'm actually there.
Just
Wait till it's stuck on, mate.
Just to add to that, the main part about the ute specialist here, we listen to customers. So virtually we find out what they want to do. So we'll build a ute to what they required. So we'll give them the right advice, listen to your customers, and they'll be fine. And they'll come back again.
Cool. Yeah, 100%. And just kind of elaborating on that a bit more, it's exactly that to a T. A lot of people come in and they'll see something and they'll go, I want that. But once you actually break it down and ask them what they're going to be doing with the car, sometimes they don't need to spend the money they spend on these cars, and there's other options for them that may be more suited. So again, it's about just slowing them down and showing them it's a big world, the four-wheel drive world, and what you can do with it. So that's a key factor. We have, again, I've been here 15 years, but that's the one thing that when customers come in, they come in with something in their mind. Once you actually slow them down and start talking about it, you can save them tens of thousands of dollars in some cases, because they just don't need some of the things they think they need, or they might have been advised by their Eddie the expert friend that said you need all this stuff. And obviously we've been through it just recently with Brad, and obviously a customer that wanted to travel and they're towing and they thought they needed a GVM, and it went through it, like I say, and it's hours of conversation and discussing it. But when you see them drive out, like obviously we did with the customer, that they're made up, they're confident in the car, they understand why they've got the car, and they're ready to travel Australia, which is what this particular customer was doing. So they've sold up and they're ready to hit the road. So they've got Brad's personal number now, and they'll they'll be calling him if they have any dramas. But no, but it's great to see him, because the gentleman, he said to us when the day he come in that he'd been up since 12 o'clock at night, excited about picking up his car because he's been researching and looking at it. So to see someone actually, ready for their trip, or and enjoying it and actually confident, as opposed to just kind of going, here you go, here's the keys, good luck. It's nice. It's great.
Awesome. Love to get him to send us some photos of his tour, kind of out in the wild.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Hopefully no stories like Dan.
No,
but fingers
Dan,
crossed.
behave yourself.
Yeah, that's it.
There's a lot going on. So it's here at the Ute Centre, of course. It's non-genuine aftermarket parts for a very genuine, good time. But that kind of wraps us up here. Yep. Bobby, Brad, thank you very much.
Cool.
And we'll see you guys all very soon. Another edition of the Learner Plates.